and thank you for coming. I'm so phenomenally inspired after all this, and thank you all for being so amazing. I'm only introducing one of you, but oh my God, I'm inspired by all of you. Thank you. And I also wanted to thank Beth. This. So thank you so much. It's so beautiful. Obviously shows your heart. Mm-hmm. So, I'm Dr. Alec. I teach in the School of Nutrition, and actually that is not even remotely related to why I'm here tonight. I'm introducing Alec James Martinez, not because I was his teacher, actually, but I am one of the Tompkins County legislators, and after the election, many of us were spinning and confused and directionless for a little bit of time, I think, or fired up and passionate and trying to figure out what to do with it. And there was a walkout and rally on campus, and I went to support the students, and I was listening to what they were saying, and I was so fired up to see this direction, see these students have direction to help move our country in a place that felt healing. That I was inspired to speak up during that rally and share that passion and the desire and give them my time and energy if any single one of them wanted to step up and create that voice that we all need in the times that we have, at least in my perspective. So from that experience, Alec shows up at my door. And we've been having impassioned conversations ever since about how to save humanity. So that is what brought me here tonight. So actually, I'm not here to talk about Alec's international humanitarian aid experience, taking supplies to villages and refugee camps and teaching English in an orphanage in Thailand and Burma and Laos. I'm not here to talk about his volunteer experience with Boys and Girls Club of America. I'm not here to talk about his amazing experience as a congressional outreach coordinator for Congressman Henry Coulter. I'm not here to talk about his inspired work drafting a comprehensive plan for the entire city of Laredo, including a focus on sustainability, support for alternative modes of transportation, inclusionary zoning to support affordable housing and mixed-use development. I'm not here to talk about any of those things that are an entire lifetime in and of themselves, and he's a junior at Cornell. I'm here to talk about the spirit that I see in a person who has inspired me, recognizing that there is an entire generation of people that will make this world an exceptional place. I have seen a man come to my office, not for any academic reason, but because he wanted to talk about how a built environment can come alive if it's created with inspiration, if it's designed to recognize that it is the place that we live and it is meant to create safety. It's meant to create a sanctuary, and that you can walk into a city and if it's designed properly, it creates an environment of feeling included for everyone. And that, to me, is exceptionally inspiring, which is something that he wants to pursue, which is urban and regional planning. So that was one of the topics we've talked about. One of the things that I've been working on in the legislature is immigration policy. So we've been working on sanctuary resolutions, and that was something that I wrote. And then I read his application for the Truman Scholarship, and there it is, all laid out. Right there for me. I should have read that before I wrote my legislation. It was exceptionally beautiful on what it meant to understand public safety for all, what it meant to create a place where everyone feels welcome and has equal rights. That was right there in his scholarship application. I have seen a person, and you sort of stole my thunder, Beth, when we talk about exceptional depth of curiosity, endless curiosity. He's like, I think you were that little kid, but why? wait, but why? Right? I think that might have been you. Immeasurable empathy. And that, to me, two pieces that I think make a leader, in addition to curiosity and kindness. One is empathy. And to me, what empathy means is, it's not disempowering. It is in the moment that you're talking to any one person, that person is the most important person in the world. When you're talking to me, I'm the most important person in the world. What my thoughts are, what I'm thinking, what I want to do to you is something that you can capture, and you can almost see you like digesting it to create your understanding of the world as bigger than it was before you talked to me. That to me is empathy, standing in everyone's shoes and understanding what is life like from their perspective. And that's like a step further beyond curiosity, and it's something exceptional to observe. And the other to me is humility. To be a leader, and there was a phrase Nelson Mandela said when he was released from prison, and he said, leadership is not trying to reach the highest heights and inspire. It is not stepping on the shoulders of others to get to where you are, but at every step of the way, lifting those up and bringing them with you so that they all become their own leaders. And I see that in you, that everyone you see, everyone you work with feels important, and that to me is an exceptional leader. So what I hope for humanity is that everyone recognizes that and supports you in being the leader that you're meant to be, so that this world becomes a better place, because for me, you've become an inspiration. Thank you.
I was like, if I ask her, she's gonna make me cry. I was right. Thank you. Dr. Kellis is someone that gives so much of her heart into everything that she does, and the world is so much of a better place for her being in it. I hope that everyone just has a person like that in their lives. She's one of those rare people that has held on to that light and lets it shine everywhere she is. Thank you so much. I know everybody's been thanking Beth and Cheryl. I would like to offer them my sincerest apologies for driving them absolutely crazy this year, I'm sure, with unbelievably amounts of emails, like at 1 and 2 in the morning, like you guys, they're machines. I don't know how they do everything that they do. How I found out about Truman is actually a funny story. I was working in Harlem with this great urban agriculture nonprofit called Harlem Grown, with this program called Alternative Bricks. And one of the parts of working with them is you can't have your laptop, you can't have your phone. So I had my phone on me, but it was off. It was off the whole week, so I had no access to my email. So little did I know, I had an email from, a letter from President Rawlings hiding in my inbox. So Friday comes, and we had done a week's worth of work, and we're on the subway to one of our final destinations. And I'm like, well, the work is done. Let me pop open my email and kind of get back into it. And I saw the email immediately, and I'm like, this is it. This is the email that I've been waiting for. This is President Rawlings telling me that there was, in fact, an error with admissions, and I had to leave Cornell. So I, fortunately, was not that. It was a grand congratulations. And, to this day, I don't know how I was not detained, because I started running up and down the subway screaming like a crazy person. It's I am beyond honored, beyond humbled to receive this scholarship, but like many of the other scholars have echoed, I am absolutely not here today alone. People who are here and people who are not here should be in this room, in my place. I am only here because of the people that have helped me along the way. So Shiv and Professor Blaylock, thank you so much for making Rose House a home away from home. My mom's a federal agent. I've never lived in a place longer for 2 years, but Rose House really feels like home. They've done so much to make it feel like a place where everybody belongs. Viv and Frank and the entire Plan Viva Laredo team back in Texas, you made it so easy to fall in love with this work and to want to make the world a better place, and I can't thank you enough for that. My Professor Ronaldo from back home for lighting that fire in me in the very beginning, and for Congressman Guayad for keeping that fire lit. My girlfriend Jenny, who has been with me even through the most ignoble parts of who I am, who has been an enormous source of strength for me always. Thank you so much. Above all, always, thank you for my family that has never had a moment's hesitation in helping me and doing everything that they could to support me, my mother, and my sister. My grandma, my grandpa, who housed us when we had absolutely nothing at the very beginning. And my mother, who is the strongest and bravest woman I have ever known. Thank you, I love you, and I'm dancing like you asked me to. This year's been a hard year for fighting the good fight. But I think all of us, regardless of what side you're on, or a bit weary of the anger and the words. And so I want to leave you with a quote that a really wise friend gave to me when I was at the point of just quitting. And that's, however, I continue to try, and I continue indefatigably to reach out. There is no way that I can single-handedly make a perceptible difference or even save the world. But how ashamed I would be to let one day pass without making one more effort. Thank you.